Hello, beautiful goddesses. Welcome back to the Hello Goddess podcast. I am your host, Mandy Grace. I am a Reiki practitioner, a wellness lover, and a spiritual seeker. So, I'm super excited to be back online with you guys to have this really important conversation that I'm going to have with you today. I already have my Starbies. I have Starbies every morning, blonde Americano, coconut milk with stevia. It's kind of like my ritual in the morning. I like to have coffee and do self-care things like skincare, meditation, journaling, affirmations. I try to do that every morning if I can. But yeah, so today I wanted to talk about something that I had it on my mind for like the last week or so, and I didn't know when was the right time to talk about it, but I thought today would be a good day for that. Today's video is going to be about limiting beliefs. This is a huge subject. Like, I could make multiple videos about this. So this video is going to be the basics. I'm just going to cover like the basics. And if you guys have any questions, you guys can definitely come and talk to me whenever. I am open to having this really cool conversation about spirituality. So a lot of you guys who follow me, you know that I have this side project called The Wellness Goddesses. Me and Stephanie Chasson, we teamed up. She's a life coach. I'm a Reiki practitioner. And we teamed up and joined forces to be able to help inspire women, help them through their personal development and healing process. And today I went live on the page. I highly suggest, if you're not on the page, to go check it out. Just put Wellness Goddesses and you'll find us. We're going to be on the cover picture to make sure it's the right group and the page, but I did a live video on Wellness Goddesses, and I talked a little bit about the limiting beliefs, what it is, how it happens, and how to change them. So yeah, this video is going to be about limiting beliefs and how they happen, why they happen, and how we can shift them into positive, empowering beliefs. So before we go on, I just want to explain something about your psychology, everybody's psychology. So we have to go back in time and go all the way to your birth, year 0 to the year 7, okay? So from year 0 to 7, your brain is highly suggestible. What does that mean? It means your brain is like a sponge. So whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever happens in your life, you're going to absorb it and take it on as if it's true, okay? The problem is that sometimes people will tell you something, and because they're an adult or they're your superior, you believe it as true, as the ultimate truth, but it doesn't mean that it's always true, because we don't have the ability to differentiate between truths and beliefs at that time. So what happens is, during that very delicate time, 0 to 7, our frame of reality, our paradigm, the way that we perceive the world is forming, and it's all going into the subconscious mind. So this is like a really hard program that we live on, and then our whole lives, it's either that we live by that program or we take the bull by the horns and go back and really reprogram those beliefs into something more constructive. I'll give you a few examples, okay? So let's say you grew up in an environment that was very, you struggled a lot with money, like your parents struggle with money. Maybe you formed a belief that money is hard to come by. So you have that lack mentality that starts at a very young age, and it's so, like, the way that it engraves in your mind, it's very hard to change that belief afterwards, because this is the foundation of how you perceive the world. Another example could be if your father left at a young age, or your mother left, you could think, men always leave, men cannot stay, men cannot love me, or women always leave, women cannot stay, women cannot love me. That's another belief that you may have. And again, those are limiting beliefs because they're not serving you long term. They're not actually helping you at all. Another belief, if you grew up in an environment where your parents or your caretakers were very severe and wanted you to perform at a very high level, Maybe you developed perfectionist tendencies. So you may have the belief that goes like this: if things aren't perfect, I'm not successful. If I can't do this perfectly, it's not even worth it. Now you can see how that can come in between you and your success, because sometimes it's not all black and white. It's not like success and failure. It can be in between. It can be, you can do great things without being perfect. I'll give you one last example. Let's say that in school you were bullied, okay? So your peers are bullying you. You may develop the belief that you are not likable, okay? But the people that were bullying you, they do not define your worth. You have to reconnect with yourself, reprogram that subconscious mind into the truth. And the truth is love. The truth is abundance. The truth is respect. The truth is worth. All of these beautiful things that we can cultivate in the spiritual practice, in the psychological practice, to be able to reprogram your whole perception of reality so that you can live the life of your dreams. In the spiritual circles, the practice of reprogramming your limiting beliefs into constructive and empowering beliefs is called shadow work, okay? Shadow work is a term coined by the famous psychologist Carl Jung, and the way that he explains it is that the part of your mind that is subconscious, that is hidden, it's kind of like a shadow, because you can't really see what's there until you go digging inside with a flashlight. That's the issue, because when we talk about manifestation and attracting things into your life, a lot of people they promote the idea that if you think positively, if you act like you're bubbly, and if you do your affirmations, then you're going to get everything that you want. But the issue is, you don't only attract what you think, you also attract your subconscious. Whatever's hidden in the shadow is going to be attracted in your life, because it wants to be reintegrated into you. It wants to be whole. It's something that we do. We split the subconscious and the conscious to be able to function in our reality as children. But then it comes back to bite us in the butt later in life, because we'll start attracting things that remind us of our childhood and are looking to be healed. So definitely shadow work is something that I highly recommend. Look it up, go on YouTube, do your research if you have any practitioners that can guide you through that. As a Reiki practitioner, I do help my clients with shadow work. If that's something that interests you, just let me know. But yeah, a very easy way to start is get yourself a journal, okay? I talk about journaling a lot because it's a very powerful way to get your thoughts, get inside your own head and understand what's going on right there. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to prompt yourself into really deep subjects. For example, you could write in the journal, what are my thoughts about love? What are my beliefs about love? And then you're gonna write down without thinking too much, just automatic writing. You call it automatic writing when you don't think too much. What's gonna come up on the page is literally your subconscious beliefs. And then you can look at that from another perspective. That's the practice of metacognition, is basically using your mind to look at your mind. Look at the page and ask yourself, is this true? Is this belief serving me right now? Where did I pick this up? Could it be that this is not something that applies to me? And you're going to reiterate what you wrote and write down a positive, constructive belief instead. Another very powerful practice of shadow work that I recommend too is The Work by Byron Katie. If you look up The Work by Byron Katie online, you may find a few questions that can help you break down those limiting beliefs into something more realistic, and empowering. I'm going to be a little bit candid with you guys and share one of the beliefs that I grew up with. So as a younger woman, a younger girl, I was very bullied in high school. I even changed schools because it was so severe. and moved to a bigger city. But at the time I was being bullied, I started to believe that I was not, like, I was not a good person. I was not worthy of kindness. And after a while, I realized, like, the people, like, what people think of me has nothing to do with me and everything to do with them. We're literally just mirrors of each other. So if I just do my best to be the best person I can be and people don't like me, that is none of my business. So I recreated the belief, not that I'm unlikable, but I like myself. And if somebody else likes me, good. If they don't, good. It doesn't matter. What matters is my own beliefs about myself. Sometimes it's really hard to pinpoint the limiting beliefs that you may have in your subconscious because, again, they're in the shadow. They're hidden. But what you will notice, and the universe is beautifully designed this way, is that if you have an experience, a negative experience that happens over and over again, whether it be different situations or different people, but the same experience nonetheless, there is something there for you to heal. There is something there for you to integrate. Again, it might be about your relationships, your self-worth, can be about money, can be about career, anything, but you'll notice the same thing happening over and over again because that's the universe's way to show you what you need to heal. They give you triggers. So once you realize that, it's exciting because you're like, every time something triggers you, you're like, yes, there's something else I need to heal. I'm gonna feel even better when I'm over that hill. So yeah, definitely, if you notice something in your life, it's time to sit down with a journal or with a coach or a friend and wonder what's going on under there. The ultimate spiritual goal that we talk about a lot is enlightenment. What does that mean? That means that everything in your conscious and subconscious mind is lit up with love and light. And I think that's the whole point of being human, is to go in the shadow, go in the contrast of life, and to come back into love, to come back into joy and oneness with the wisdom that we acquired through the difficult experiences. I'm really curious to know if you guys are aware of any limiting beliefs that you may still carry, or maybe a limiting belief that you had in the past that you've already healed. So you can comment in the comment section, or you can send me a private message. I would love to have this conversation. Jeez, I can't speak. And yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys with that for now because, again, it's such a long topic. I could talk about this for hours and I don't want to keep you guys too long. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a beautiful Friday. Sending you all of the love, all of the light, and the Reiki energy. Bye, guys.